Hello, you. It's me. And I have been watching some clips of Gypsy and showing her time in Los Angeles, my hometown, and how she's having a great time and schmoozing with everybody, etc., etc. And this is the part of Los Angeles that a lot of people consider the fake LA. And I realized, oh, she's in her element. Because this is a place where she is the thing at the moment, because her show is coming back on this month, March 9th, I think. So everybody's being kind to her. They flew her out first class. She's going to all these nice restaurants, went to a Lakers game. She's doing all the rich society stuff that people think everybody in LA does. To tell you the truth, no. I mean, sure, go to a Laker game if you like basketball, or go watch baseball. You can. I mean, there's plenty of places to go and things to do. You know, there's Disneyland, there's Universal, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's the beach. That's one of the things that's so fun about living in Los Angeles, is that there's so many things that you can do. Now, what she is doing with this whole press junket, she is being treated like a star, like a celebrity, like the woman of the moment. But this is where she's going to find some difficulty. Right now, all these little kiss-ups are schmoozing and interviewing her and telling her how great she is, and etc., etc., which she is loving. She's just eating up. She thinks this is going to last forever. It won't. Once the show is done, nobody's going to care about Gypsy Rose. Nobody's going to give a shit. And that's the letdown that a lot of people have. When you're the flavor of the moment, everybody loves you. Everybody wants a piece of you. Everybody wants to interview you. And you are just the most amazing thing on the face of this earth. Until you're done. Until the movie's out. Until the TV show is played through. You're done. And you won't get that fame again. You won't stay famous. I guess it's good that you're living your best life right now, because by the time that show is over, you will be unheard of. It happens all the time. And honestly, it couldn't happen to a better person than to Gypsy Rose. Let her rose wilt and die. So I just kind of find it amusing right now that she's flexing on, oh my goodness, I don't know why I'm losing so much weight. Oh my goodness, I'm so flawless. I don't need to have any filters, and her laughing and giggling while her and Ken are in first class. Honestly, the way she acts, she has no class. But yeah, this is just right now. Right now, you are the flavor of the moment, and you're going to pass real fast. In fact, you're already passing. And why do I say that? Because I watch YouTube quite a bit, and there's a lot of YouTubers that I like to watch who talk about Gypsy. And guess who they've been talking about? Not Gypsy. I noticed that more and more channels are throwing in other things because Gypsy's boring. There's nothing interesting about Gypsy. We're just waiting until she goes back to prison. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I noticed that more and more channels are not talking about Gypsy. Her little star that she thought was shining so bright is dying off real fast. And I guarantee you, all the people that she's cozying up to now, and oh, she's so great, she's so wonderful, she will be forgotten completely. They won't call her back. They won't be interested in interviews. They won't be interested in seeing what she's doing with her life because they just won't care. She thinks she's in the spotlight right now. She's not even in the main spotlight, quite frankly. She is not talked about everywhere. Sure, they're throwing ads out for her second season and final season of her stupid show. But that's it. She's going to be gone. She's going to be history. She's really trying really hard to be an influencer. But why would I want to do anything she does? Why would I want to watch her? She murdered her mother and got away with it and conned a man who was not as capable as most into taking the fall for her. That's it. She can keep trying to con people, but they're not going to care. People already don't care. People are already moving on from Gypsy. They just don't care. And I think it's really disgusting. I was watching on Night Convos, Lovey. She had a point. You know, when somebody has a 2-month-old child, usually if they have to go somewhere, the baby goes with them. So, and she asked the same question that I was thinking. She took that thought right out of my head and said it right there. Why doesn't she just have a nanny? It would make a lot more sense if they're going to go flying around to other places. Why wouldn't they have a nanny there so that when they're interviewed, the nanny can watch them? If they want to go out for a nice dinner, the nanny can watch the baby, etc. Why wouldn't you want to have your baby with you at all times? Your baby is safest when they are with you because it's your baby. And she seems to have no problem going out for date night, going to a concert, because my mental health is important. What about the mental health of your child? Why wouldn't you hold her and stay with her and be around her all the time? That's what parenting is being there for your children. And she's not there for her child. She's there for herself. And let me just say again really quickly, your star is dying, dear. Nobody's going to be interested in you. When that show ends, you end. You may not know it now, but it's going to happen. And you can try to be an influencer, but people don't want to be influenced again by murderers. You could try to get another show if you wanted to, or do a podcast maybe. You might get somebody there. But there is competition in your midst. There's Casey Anthony. There are the Mendez brothers. Mendez? Yeah, I think that's it. God, it's very early in the morning, so my tongue is twisting. But yeah, they're heavily in the news. Gypsy, no one cares about you. I think it would be very amusing if suddenly there were some pictures leaked of the so-called Aurora, the baby, to try to blame people for leaking pictures again, and all the crap. She pulls so much crap. But the thing is people are already tired of it. I can see it. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. And the light is definitely not on you, Gypsy. And you're going to have to own up to that. Again, you are the star. You are the flavor of the week right now. But it's going to fade fast. And then what are you going to do? It ought to be interesting to see. The lights go out in June. If her parole ends, at that point, no one's going to care. When the show is over, nobody's going to care. You guys are pumping it up, you and Ken and Ryan, pumping it up, but it's going to end. And your 15 minutes will be over. So Gypsy, what are you going to do to try to hold on to that? Because nobody cares what you wear. Nobody cares about your fashion sense. Nobody cares about your hair, about your eyes, about your smile. Nobody really cares about your child, except that we want that child to be safe. I don't care what your child looks like. I don't care that you even had a child, if you had a child. I just want to know that any child who comes from you is safe, and you are not safe. You can't even stay with your child for 2 months. For 2 months, all that baby does now is maybe roll over, sleep. You know, she could be at the point of giggling almost. Feed her, poop, clean her poop. I mean, she really isn't a lot of work right now. I mean, yes, a newborn is a lot of work because you're constantly worried and scared and hoping she's okay, but that's not a Gypsy thing. She doesn't seem worried, concerned, scared, worrying if her child is okay. She has no problem leaving her child for what, like a week? Is that how long she plans to stay here in LA? You know, she's just a little phony who is being schmoozed by a bunch of other little LA phonies. And guess what? It's all phony. It's all bullshit. It's all smoke and mirrors. And when it's over, nobody will think of you, Gypsy. Nobody will care. That's just how it is. And it's kind of interesting to watch. It's interesting to watch, to see her not fall from grace. She's already done that. But fall from the spotlight. There's way too many other cases out there that are far more interesting than hers. The only reason why we talked about her is because she got away with murder. That's it. But that's not enough. Your infamy isn't even interesting enough to keep in the spotlight. You're just going to fade away. And oh boy, are you going to be pissy about that. Let's hope you don't take it out on Ken. Or Aurora, if she exists. That's my biggest fear, is that her star will fall. No one will care. No one barely cares now. And she's going to take it out on that poor little girl that she apparently wanted so badly. She wanted to be pregnant. Did she want to have a baby? Because a real baby isn't something you can just push to the side when you're bored. You have to take care of them, regardless. You have to take care of them when you're sick. You have to take care of them even when you have to go to work. You have to make sure that they're taken care of, or else it's all on you. And you're just, if the baby exists, is just pushing that baby on everybody else. Maybe it does exist, I mean. There's rumors of court cases with Ryan and establishing paternity by the courts, and all that's going on. So maybe there really is in fact a baby. There could be a baby Aurora. But honestly, if it was all fake and it wasn't a real baby, I would be more accepting of that. The way that Gypsy has been acting and just leaving, yes baby, and just leaving her baby around, that's one of my babies. But just leaving her with, I'm assuming with her stepmom and dad, or Mia, for so long. And the baby's 2 months old. How I maybe this is too much information, but I mean, if I had to leave my daughter, even for a moment, I would cry. I would be calling constantly, is she okay? Is she okay? Is the baby okay? I couldn't be away. It hurt me to be away from my child, even when I know I had to. Even if it was something like I had to go to the DMV to renew my license because I need to have that to drive my car to make sure she gets to doctor appointments or school or wherever my baby had to go. You know, that's an important thing. But it hurt. It hurt to be away from my child. I don't understand, Gypsy. Just nonchalant, la la la, oh, we're having so much fun. It's so great. But your child isn't there. How is it great? We're all... Well, okay, she doesn't want to show pictures online. I completely understand. I would not want to do that either. But it just doesn't seem like this baby is even a part of her life. Her or Ken. And it just kind of makes me ill. Taking a vacation to LA. Yeah, I know you're doing interviews, whatever. But staying in LA for a week without your child? Why wouldn't you just get a nanny and keep your child with you? It's so stupid. Oh, it's so irritating. But it's alright. Like I said, the star's already fading. Nobody's going to care. By the end of the year, people will be saying, who is she again? I don't remember. That's just how it is. And it's going to be a real smack in her face when she discovers it. That she was only the flavor of the week and nobody cares. And nobody wants to watch her. And maybe then she will have to get a real job. That'd be interesting. Although, honestly, I hope it's not in food. I wouldn't eat at a restaurant where she was cooking at. You never know what she might try. I mean, after all, she did murder her mom. Anyway, that's all I got to say.